Who knew what darkness lurked in the heart of Gorgon? Captain Hawthorne and his crew were about to find out.
I'm just hoping we don't need Lucky's arm to open something else.
Always wanted to go strolling through a ghost town.
It's gonna be a real ghost town after we're done here.
Watch this! And the crowd goes wild!
Alright. Let's see what we can find here.
So, where were we? Always wanted to go strolling through a ghost town.
Let's keep moving before we get all introspective.
Yeah. And oh. What happened at the end there? That doesn't look good. Hello? Oh. Well, there's the flask, but where is the person whom this flask belonged to, I wonder?
This is my second month on adrenatime. It's like the color came back. Like I was tuned to the wrong band all this time, and now the static's gone. I'm finally clear-headed, focused. There's so much I'm excited to do. I feel like me again. Side effects? I guess I've noticed people staring at me a lot more lately. Hard to talk to them sometimes. Feels like they don't get it. Maybe they just don't trust it. Or maybe they don't trust me.
I know Bones.
Oh. The hell?
I'm telling you, this isn't the rock. We need to turn back.
This is the spot! Now keep your eyes peeled. The dead drop is at the foot of the alpaca, he said. And this is the alpaca.
Llama.
What was that?
It's a llama we're after, sir, not an alpaca. And this is neither.
Llama, alpaca, same thing.
Llama.
They aren't the same at all, sir. Believe it or not.
Enough! We've got company. Out with it then? Who are you?
Greetings, Richard Bott at your service, Captain of the Unreliable.
You're a captain.
Yes.
Oh, thank the law. We're saved.
Excuse me, First Mate. We aren't in danger, and last I checked, I'm still your captain. We're on the hunt for a package. It's supposed to be at the foot of this handsome-looking alpaca-shaped rock.
Llama?
I'm pretty sure you're searching the wrong place.
Well, this is the only alpaca-shaped rock I've seen for miles, so let's agree to disagree.
Llama.
Llama. Sorry about my second mate. Ever since the crash, I can't squeeze a word of sense out of him.
Right. So what's the story with the package?
My crew and I are in the, parcel delivery trade. Our client is waiting on a delivery of special medicine, and this asteroid is the handoff point.
He means drugs. It's a specialty cocktail of adrenatime, pep pills, and dervish mist that our client takes to get out of bed every morning.
That sounds dangerous.
Well, it's deadly stuff, all right. But our client built up a tolerance over the years, and now nothing less will do. My hands are tied. Only problem is the damn parcel isn't where it's supposed to be. Whoever heard of a llama-shaped rock, anyway? I mean, what are the odds?
I could help you find the package if that's what you want.
That won't be necessary. I have everything under control.
Could have fooled me.
Really?
First Mate, this is a llama, and that's an order. Now find me that package. It's around here somewhere.
Hey, hear me out. You and I both know this isn't a llama.
Yeah, so?
If If you backtrack and take the right-hand fork, I could have sworn I saw the rock there already. Captain wouldn't let us stop because the beak wasn't sharp enough to be a llama.
Ah, so he really doesn't know what a llama looks like, does he?
Bingo. He won't even let us turn around because he's dug his heels into this fossil story. His pride is all tangled up in it. We're not getting off Gorgon without that package. If you can find the llama and the goods, you can have my cut of the take. I don't care. I just want out of here.
Really? Why are you willing to give up your payment for the job?
I lost a lot of friends in that crash. All I got left are my idiot captain and a guy who can't stop saying llama. This isn't about money anymore. It's about survival and cutting my losses.
Alright, find the llama, find the package. You've got yourself a deal.
Don't let me down. That llama is my ticket out of here.
Hey, you got it.
Close call. I thought I knew the OCI backwards and forwards. The Marauders got a way of finding every nook and cranny on this rock. OCI. Fancy joint. Smells like Wentworth's and leather. A real slice of Byzantium. You don't set that up unless you're planning something big. Adrena time? Sure. But something tells me there's more to the story. Got a hunch to follow up on near the old mines. I'm leaving this here, in case I gotta come back.
Initiating ocular measurement.
Here you go.
Measurement complete. Ocular identification complete. Welcome, Clarence Mostly. Access granted.
Hello.
Welcome to the Office of Creative Incubation.
Thanks.
Wait, this is a Spacer's Choice office? Something's definitely off.
Ah, the Spacer's chosen. Lousiest team that ever did swing a tossball stick.
They really think Adrena Time does all that?
Wait for this!
Guess you get what you pay for with Spacer's Choice guards, too.
Wonder if Marauders crossed him off. Hey, can you imagine watching Terror on Monarch in this place?
No.
I assume you're trying new formulations on humans, correct? Where do they come from, Dr. Ambrose? They come from Tartarus, don't they?
They do?
Why the reluctance? Providing life-affirming employment to the indigent, the criminally indigent? Oh, that's a social good. Don't you agree?
I have a staff meeting to attend. Excuse me.
Must be the executive office. Excuse me while I leave muddy tracks all over the floor.
Alright then. Functions. Unlock synthesis and manufacturing center. Oh. Interrupted by EX3513.4869-Q. Emergency lockdown. Override lockdown? Requires authorization from senior staff at ChemLab, Human Inquiry and Auditing. Please visit Transmission Tower Alpha for staff directory. Okay. Messages. Incoming messages. Outgoing messages. Archived messages. Okay. Alright, well. Unlock elevator, please. Thank you.
I knew I heard a little weasel sniffing about. You'd best go back the way you came. There's nothing for you here.
Just who the hell are you?
Call me the Ghost of Gorgon. Or its warden.
guys.
This place is a graveyard. All that was done here should be forgotten and left to rot.
That's it? That's the best argument you've got? Don't?
Gorgon is the birthplace of marauders. We created them here, in this very facility. They are our misbegotten children, born of hubris and vanity.
I don't understand. They made marauders here? How?
But marauders are just mindless lunatics, right? There can't be more to it than that.
They hold no fondness for trespassers. I've placed the facility under emergency lockdown to keep them safe. Let the marauders die in peace, or I will make certain that you die with them.
Listen, friend, we were hired to find a journal. Marauders aren't our problem.
Marauders are everybody's problem, boss. If Spacer's Choice made the Marauders, we can't just let them get away with it.
The only thing responsible for more deaths than marauders is factory accidents. But I take your point. Still, something about the idea of someone creating them makes my skin crawl. Let's be careful.
Why can't anything be simple and straightforward for once? Alright, come on, let's go.
If somebody's trying to stop you, that just means you're on the right track. Didn't we see a big communication tower on the way over here?
I'm hoping this leads us to someone we can talk with face to face. Or punch, if it comes to that.
So, Dr. Ambrose, tell me about Adrena Time. What does it do?
Hasn't Clarence already dumped a pile of promotional materials on your head?
Where's the fun in that? My listeners want to hear it in your own words.
It's an injectable drug that improves a patient's speed, awareness, mental acuity, and endurance. In moderation, Adrena Time will uplift the laboring classes by strengthening their minds and work ethic.
That's quite the mission. What's driving this vision of uplift?
I am a solutions-oriented woman. I see a problem and I am moved to solve it. Poverty is one such problem. Through science, I believe we can improve the poor, and in so doing, improve Halcyon.
I don't know if anybody could live in a place like this. Best they could do is just exist.
See, this is why I prefer being a spacer.
There it is. Got the package. Excuse me. Charles? Charles from accounting? Hello? Sir?
Here they come!
Don't mess with us.
I heard he had a rocket launcher of sorts. Oh. There we go.
I'm warmed up now. Guess his luck ran out after all.
Oh. There he is. Guess he was right. Losing his arm was definitely the least of his worries.
I've stumbled onto something big. Bigger than Minnie Ambrose's journal. Spacer's Choice wasn't making Adrena Time for humans. They were making it for canids. The ads were all smoke and mirrors. There's no way they'd make something this dangerous for people. But why? To build an army? Like in the Archie Excelsior comics? To make them smart so they can do most of our jobs? To make them smart and give them thumbs so they can do all of our jobs? Only one way to find out.
You want to know how I'm doing? I've been hunting down a petrified llama all day. That's how I'm doing.
Well, maybe this would help. I found it sitting by a llama-shaped rock.
That's it! Oh, I can't wait to rub this in my dumb captain's face.
See here now? What's all this talk about?
We got the package. And guess what? It was where I said it would be. And this fossil? It's not a llama. Not a llama at all.
I believe I owe you an apology, First Mate.
What?
It's true. I wouldn't know an alpaca from a raptidon, and as a captain, that's a mark against my good name. Can you ever forgive me?
Llama.
I don't know what to say.
I'll start. Thank you, stranger.
A good captain knows when to admit they're wrong. Captain. Well done.
I suppose he's right. Maybe I was too quick to dismiss your leadership, sir.
First Mate, let's say we put this awful business behind us with a round at the Sprat Shack. First one's on me.
Llama.
Here's my cut. I'd say you've earned it. And here's a little something extra for your time.
Pleasure's all mine, First Mate.
Be seeing you, and thanks again.
Llama.
Llama. Here we go. Locate facility staff. One result found. Mostly Clarence. Byzantium. Musgrave collection. Wait a minute. The eye I have. The eye belonged to mostly Clarence. He's still alive? And I have his eye. It's gonna be a little bit awkward. Alright, well. I guess we're going to Byzantium.
Captain, transmission request from Ambrose Manor.
Oh. I'm guessing she wants an update. Patch her on through.
Captain, imagine my surprise when I saw the Unreliable leaving Gorgon with so much urgency and purpose. Tell me you found Mother's journal. I'm positively dying for good news.
Not yet, I'm afraid. Your mother's office has been sealed tight.
Too bad. But on the bright side, you've outdone my old freelancer. I don't think you made it very far at all. If I know Spacer's Choice, getting past the lockdown will be more complicated than just hitting a big red button. You'll need authorization, and layers of it.
I don't suppose your mother left you any passwords or mysterious keycards?
No. I think you're going to have to rely on good old-fashioned detective work. It's a good thing you have keen senses, a reliable ship, and a very wealthy sponsor.
Right. Did you know that Gorgon was developing adrenatime?
I knew Mother was involved with some important chemical trials, but I had no idea her pet project was adrenatime. Adrenatime is a working man's stimulant, like a caffeinoid. Very popular at launch, though the marketing quieted down over time.
Yeah, I know what it is. Were you aware that adrenatime created Marauders?
What? No. I mean, there's some very morbid wording in the fine print, but I had no idea Adrenatime could make marauders out of people. That's it.
Right.
That must be it. Spacer's Choice is keeping their dirty little secret about Adrenatime off the record. We have to find Mother's journal. If we don't, then Spacer's Choice gets away with murder. I only hope we aren't too late.
Why would Spacer's Choice risk everything for a stimulant?
Adrenatime was touted as the working man's best friend. A drug that boosted productivity with no adverse effects. The promise of Adrenatime cannot be overstated. Exhaustion and fatigue were supposed to be obsolete. Workplace accidents would be things of the past. For whatever reason, the drug never lived up to that promise.
Could one drug really do all of that?
I don't know. And thanks to Spacer's Choice, we may never find out. I know that I'd like to see a colony where the promise of Adrenatime was fulfilled. And I doubt I'm the only one.
Well, I should be going now.
Safe travels. If your leads give you any trouble, be sure and give them some trouble back, yes?
I'll keep that in mind. See you, Minnie.
Ta!
Yep. Alright. Byzantium, yeah? We made it?
We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
Alright then.
Welcome to the Musgrave Family Collection. Still a work in progress. If you're here for the annual Canid review, I'm afraid it's already over. Only thing going on behind those doors is good, old-fashioned lawful behavior. This greeting constitutes your confidentiality agreement. You hereby agree not to disclose the location or existence of these events. Thank you for cooperating.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Oh, that's just so encouraging to hear. I'll just go ahead and add your comment to my permanent record.
Okay.
Now then, how can I help you?
I'm looking for a Clarence, mostly.
Mr. Mostly is indeed attending our event, although I am disappointed to discover he did not officially enter his Canid Laplace into our competition. You should find Mr. Mostly just inside the prep room. Head inside and take the door to your left.
Right. Excuse me.
And bare your teeth, too.
Yeah.
That lets them know you're a friend.
Right.
Hey, Maverick Johnston's newest star. I've got a question for you. Do you
Go
know
on.
the interesting thing about Canid shows?
Trick question. There isn't anything interesting about Canid shows.
Oh, but there is. If one possesses an eye for statistics.
Right.
Mathematically speaking, the interesting thing about Canid shows is this. They're an exercise in futility. Winning is predetermined. Over time, the inevitable trend is that the race goes to the swift. Time and chance are just statistical outliers. In other words, if you put enough Canids through enough trials, the one with the most optimal attributes generally wins. Exercise in futility.
And why are you telling me all this?
Oh, I've been told I should try to socialize more. Sharing an interesting fact is a proven method of endearing oneself to a stranger. I'm an actuary, you see. Well, not entirely. The actuarial sciences are more of a passion than a profession. So I suppose that makes me mostly an actuary. That's a bit of a family joke. I'm Clarence Mostly.
Mostly. That name sounds familiar. Mostly Fine Furniture Company, right?
Yes, that's us. Mostly oak trees, too. My grandfather invented them, you know. Well, no,
Oh,
he
sure,
didn't
yeah.
invent mostly oaks, but he
Oh.
did purchase the naming rights back during the terraforming days.
Yeah.
It's essentially the same thing.
Yeah. I've been looking for you, Mr. Mostly. You're the last known staff member on Project Gorgon.
Oh. Then you're not here about my monograph. It's true.
No.
I was involved with Project Gorgon, but that chapter of my life is long since closed. Listen, I don't know what you want with Gorgon or with me, but let me give you some free advice, Let the past go. Live in the moment. Enjoy the party.
Look, Mostly, the manufactory is on emergency lockdown. I just need you to help me lift it.
Lifting the lockdown won't be easy. You'll need to send overrides from the chem lab and human inquiry. I
Yeah.
don't have that level of clearance.
I already know that.
But I know two people who do. The trouble is, I don't know you. I don't trust you. I washed my hands of Gorgon, and you're asking me to dirty them all over again. I'm going to need a good reason.
Alright, how is this for a reason? Project Gorgon created the Marauders. You can't just walk away from that.
Yes, the birthplace of the Marauders. And a graveyard for all our mistakes. Starting Project Gorgon was our first mistake. Trying to bury Project Gorgon while it's still very much alive and clawing its way back to the surface, that may be our last mistake.
There has to be a way to fix this. Now's your chance to clear your conscience.
Please, there's no need to insult me by implying I have a conscience. It's my reputation that concerns me. I want a favor
Oh, sorry.
from you.
Oh?
Do something for me, and I'll do something for you. That way we don't have to rely on mutual trust. A grand prize trophy to the Canid Review. I want it in my hands. Get me that trophy, and I'll give you the remaining researchers. Names, locations, as much information as I have.
I thought the Canid review was already over.
Yes, but the winner is still in deliberation. Committee won't deliver a result for another 6 to 8 weeks. Bureaucracy. The trophy's being held in a vault at the other end of this hall. Find a way inside, disable any security, lift, carry, deliver. Simple as that.
You want me to steal a trophy for you?
Don't think of it as theft. Think of it as appropriation by commission. My Canid, Laplace, is statistically superior to every other Canid in this review. Better average sprinting time, superior gait coefficient, optimal anatomical symmetry. I didn't bother entering little Laplace in this pointless contest. He's already won on paper, you see. That trophy rightfully belongs to him.
Congratulations, Mr. Mosley. You've just said the most Byzantium thing I've ever heard in the history of Byzantium.
Oh, you're much too kind. Does this mean you'll do it?
Yeah, sure. I'll be back with that trophy.
Head into the main hall and take the elevator down into the maintenance tunnels. You'll find a service passage that leads up into the trophy room. The maintenance tunnel is the only way up into the trophy room. Some technician barred the door shut on our end. Ask Tilda Coatsworth about it, over by the podium.
Alright. You just wait here, huh? I'll be back.
This is a private party. No solicitors. No vagabonds. No freelancers. If you're here to offer your services as an entertainer, we're not interested.
I was actually here about the Canid review.
Unfortunately, you're too late. The review ended a few days ago. We've submitted our results to the Judiciary Committee and await arbitration. In 8 to 10 short weeks, we'll have the name of a winner. Probably. That gives us 8 to 10 weeks to file a maintenance request. Our technician barred the vault door and then disappeared without a trace. Can you believe that?
No. No, I can't. Whatever happened to competent help?
Now you're speaking my language. The Musgrave Vault contracted a security consultant from UDL. They sent a technician to install a few security upgrades. Anti-dissident automechanicals and the like. That technician barred the vault, but neglected to leave us with a way in from here. He wasn't seen leaving the security room, so I can't imagine where he's gone off to.
Really? No way into the trophy room? What about the maintenance tunnels?
The tunnels are guarded by automechanical security. I don't look nearly boorish enough to resemble a UDL guard, so they'd probably shoot me on sight. In any case, I'd rather not step foot in the tunnels. The tunnels are for disposing of unwanted refuse, and no place for a respectable Byzantine.
Well, worry not, miss. I can find a way into the vault for you. You won't have to dirty your hands.
Your eagerness to serve your betters is commendable. Here's a key card. It should help you get around inside the tunnels. Now, was there anything else? I'd like to get back to mastering over the ceremonies, or people might question why I have this role at all.
Then I'll just be on my way then.
Make him regret it!
Yeah! That's what you get!
That's the last of him. You know,
There we go.
stealing from these assholes is its own reward.
You know, the careers of 9 out of 13 actors end after their debut serial. Enjoy the fame while it lasts.
Hello to you too, mostly. Today is your lucky day. I've got your trophy.
My trophy! Look at this thing! Have you ever seen a more garish monument to the boredom of the elite?
No.
If only Grandfather Mostly were alive today, I would have loved to wave this trophy right in front of his cataracts. I hope you won't take it personally when I say I had my doubts about you. Nothing ever gets done in Byzantium, you see. Competent work is, well, a statistical anomaly.
Uh-huh. I kept my end of the bargain, mostly. I expect you to keep yours.
Lifting the emergency lockdown requires overrides from the Chem Lab and Human Inquiry. Access to those facilities requires authorizations from 2 senior-level researchers. Marion Blakesley, Jasper Lowe. They went into hiding after the project collapsed, but I've managed to calculate their last known whereabouts within a reasonable margin of error.
You used statistical analysis to figure out their location? Show me your math.
I see you're familiar with my technique. I'd love to show you my numbers, but there aren't nearly enough napkins in this room. After the project shut down, I had to keep my mind occupied. I worked on my actuarial tables, calculated the average lifespan of a Spacer's Choice worker, that sort of thing.
Oh, sure.
I realized some of the researchers had to be alive. I ran some numbers, did a little research, and concluded that the 2 most likely survivors are Marion Blakesley and Jasper Lowe.
Well, mostly. It seems you haven't been able to let go of Project Gorgon either.
Nonsense. I just needed a good old-fashioned statistical problem to busy my mind. Keeps the faculties lubricated.
No, I don't think so. You talk about leaving the past behind, but you still feel responsible.
Let me stop you there. I don't accept anything for free. And if you're going to analyze me, I'd have to go through the trouble of hiring you on contract. Think what you will of my intentions, my calculations are sound. You'll find Marion Blakesley and Jasper Lowe at the enclosed locations.
So these 2 researchers are the only ones left, huh? According to your calculations.
As far as I know, Jasper Lowe and Marion Blakesley are the only 2 surviving researchers with high-level clearance. If you want to lift the lockdown on the manufactory, you'll need to send an override from the Chem Lab and Human Inquiry. I'm afraid it's the only way.
Sure, yeah, sure. Alright, I've got some questions about these researchers.
I'll tell you what I can.
Tell me about Jasper Lowe.
Dr. Lowe described himself as a dazzling genius in his review. I disagreed. Of the 19 criteria that constitute the rubric of genius, Dr. Lowe only met 15. After the project shut down, corporate traded him off to Anti-Cleo in exchange for 5 lab coats. He's been transferred to an orbital lab around Olympus.
Huh. Must have been some fancy lab coats.
No, Captain. Lab coats. As in scientists.
Is your captain always suspense? How are you all still alive?
I live for risk.
Let's get back on topic. You'll find Dr. Lowe in an orbital lab around Olympus.
Alright. What about this Blakesley? What can you tell me about him?
Dr. Marion Blakesley supervised the Human Inquiry and Auditing Facility. Live subjects, measuring tape and syringes, that sort of thing. Someone sabotaged the facility. Blakesley tendered her resignation and vanished. I'm reasonably certain she's hiding in a maintenance bay on Groundbreaker.
You're sure it was sabotage?
Well, with Spacer's Choice equipment, who even knows? Dr. Blakesley tendered her resignation lawfully, but under suspicious circumstances. If you want to know more, you'd best ask her yourself.
Alright. Before I go, there was one other thing.
Certainly. What's on your mind?
I found this eye.
My eye! I was wondering where I'd misplaced that old thing. It's perfectly preserved, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Every eye possesses unique dimensions, not unlike a fingerprint. The circumference, the shape, the color of the iris. An eye makes excellent proof of identification, assuming you don't mind removing one.
So how did you end up missing an eye?
I'd rather not get into the details. If Spacer's Choice ever asks you to test out their new model of monocle, just say no.
Gotcha. Well, here. You can take your eye back. I don't want this thing in my pocket.
Well, that's rather responsible of you. I'll put a good word in your permanent record.
Thanks. I'll leave you be now. See ya.
We were hoping to find Lo alive, right?
Yeah.
Everything's going to be okay.
Oh.
Auntie's going to take care of you. It'll be okay.
Hello?
Just breathe, Kelly. Everything's going to be all right.
Hey, excuse me. Can you open the door for me? Hello? I can hear someone breathing in there. You're standing pretty close to the speaker.
Who's out there?
Look, I'm the captain of my own ship. Open up, and I'll get you away from Olympus.
Really? I would be indebted to you for life. But how do I know I can believe you?
I have a very trustworthy face.
I'll have to come out to assess it myself. Hold on. I'm opening the door.
Well?
Let me just catch my breath. I swear, my heart's trying to punch its way out of my chest. Law, I'm so lucky you came along. I know it sounds crazy, but a little while back, I'd been gearing myself up to take a long walk off a short turbine platform. Then the security mechanicals broke out into a massacre, and I realized I really want to live. How can I help you help me get out of here?
You can start by answering my questions. Who are you?
I'm Kelly Marine, the receptionist. And before you ask, I wasn't manning the visitor's desk when the mechanicals went haywire, 'cause no one comes here.
Right.
Not ever. Not since all us station workers were dropped off at the start of the project a year ago.
Really? Well, how do you get your supplies then? Don't you need to switch out personnel?
Project's on a yearly rotation cycle. Once a year, Auntie Cleo reviews our work and decides if we get more rations, personnel, deadlines, that sort of thing. At first, I thought it was an honor, getting assigned to a lab up in the ether high above Olympus. But I didn't know what it'd be like, day in and day out.
Very boring, I'm guessing.
Cabin fever sets in at about 90 days. Auntie Cleo's official term is contagious irritable claustrophobia. And it ain't covered by the company's medical policy.
Of course not. You can't do anything about it?
Nothing good if the last year's taught me anything. Isolation like this is supposed to strengthen bonds between workers, isn't it? All I ended up as was
sometimes
a bunch of jokes.
Oh.
But enough about me. I never did ask why you were here.
I'm looking for Dr. Lowe. Jasper Lowe.
If I had to guess, you'd probably find his body either in his office or the labs. Or heck, he could have been on the toilet. I don't know. No bones about it, he was the smartest of us all. Maybe he evaded the automex too.
Anything else you can tell me before I go?
Like what?
Like, why is everyone dead?
Pink slip protocol.
Oh. Company decided to terminate the team. Why?
How should I know? I just monitor the front desk. Well, except for the last couple of days when I've been hiding out in here.
Right.
If you work at Oops, you're doing research and development. If we're not researching or developing fast enough, the protocol's there to put the fear in us. Somebody messed up. When one of us makes a mistake, the whole facility pays for it. I know it sounds harsh, but it was in our contracts and everything.
Wait. This place is called Oops?
Yep. Olympus Orbital Pharmaceutical Station. Auntie Cleo's naming and branding department's the best in Halcyon.
So what's the purpose of this facility? What are you making?
I'm not making anything. The research team,
They were brewing up some improvement to anti-Cleoxanthocillin.
Uh-huh.
Science stuff isn't really my area, though, so I don't know more than that.
So what did you mean about about taking a walk off of a turbine Huh? So what did you mean about taking a walk off a turbine platform?
Just a feeling I got. Every day was the same as every other day. I felt like I was stuck in a circle, you know?
Yeah.
Started imagining what it'd be like to break that circle. Station goes in a circle around the planet, so what if I just dropped off the edge? But after what I've seen, after what happened, I don't want that anymore. I want to live.
Right, sure. So, like I said before, I've got a ship. Need a lift out of here?
Do I ever? Drop me off on the groundbreaker and I'll be out of your hair in no time.
Alright, go ahead.
Oh, thank you so much. I'll just hide in a crate or something. You won't even know I was there. Here, this is my official laboratory headgear. I won't be needing it anymore, so it's all yours.
Oh. Thanks, I guess. Goodbye.
Waiting for this! That's one down! Everyone all right? Hey, what would happen if this station fell into Olympus? Would we just keep falling forever? Just asking.
Shush. Talking, concentrating. Damn it! I almost had it. The formula was in my mind and I almost had it. I was so close to a breakthrough, I could practically taste it. You really did pick the worst time to manifest.
What are you talking about? What formula?
Sky High, my magnum opus of psychostimulants. I feel like I've already explained this to the last hallucination. Oh, hang on. I see what's happening. You're real. Ergo, not a hallucination. This is interesting.
Yes.
I have several questions for you. Let's start with the obvious. Who are you, and how are you even alive?
I was gonna ask you the same thing. What the hell happened here?
All sorts of things. Science, mainly. Little bit of research. If you're talking about all the dead bodies, that'd be the pink slip protocol. Right. That answers that. Next question. Do you come bearing fresh pharmaceuticals?
Something tells me he's not looking for caffeinoid, Captain.
Look, we all know you're here to interrogate me. If I'm going to go through this ordeal, I'm not doing it sober.
Sure, pal. The freshest, only for my friends.
New friends mean new birthdays to keep track of. And I can't spare much room in my mind palace for frivolous trinkets of information. But in this case, I'll make an exception.
Right then, friend. That's an interesting device you've got there. What exactly are you taking?
You mean my inhaler?
Mm-hmm.
It's designed to deliver a highly concentrated dose of Sky High right through my respiratory system. The formula's still a work in progress. Clears my mind for a few precious moments. The rowdy tenants of my mind palace stop their chattering, and in that silence, I experience clarity. Inspiration through inhalation. That's Sky High. Or it will be, once I perfect my formula.
Right, well look, pal, I need to get inside the chem lab on Gorgon.
No, you don't. There's nothing interesting in the chem lab. There's nothing interesting in Gorgon at all. Gorgon is a featureless rock dragged along by the gravitational current of a barren asteroid belt. The chem lab is a graveyard. You won't find anything there but the dead.
You know, I've been told that time after time. Anyone who's even related to Gorgon always warns me to stay off of it.
Well, it wasn't me. I've been stuck in this place for ages. In any case, it's becoming obvious you're not listening to sensible warnings. If you've set your heart on exploring my old labs, I won't try to dissuade you. Indulge me with a favor, and I'll give you the access you want. The electromechanical turbine is offline. Without any power, I can't possibly continue my work. Be a dear and reactivate it for me. That's all I ask.
Your work? Your colleagues are dead, Jasper. Don't you think it's time to quit?
Not that it's any of your business, but I don't get to quit. My colleagues are dead, and yet I live. So I don't get to quit. Take the elevator to the storm platform at the top of this facility. Reactivate the turbine, and I'll give you the access you want.
I'll be back.
That was close. You alright, boss?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm still alive. Alright then. Activate electromechanical turbine, please. Oh. Maintenance required. Tower 1 offline. Tower 2 offline. Perfect. Alright, let's get this over with.
No good, boss! Try another weapon! Cold health's done!
Alright then. Ow! Hey! Somebody take this damn thing down, please. Thank you. Alright. As I was saying... There we go. Turbine 1, Turbine 2. And now... There we go.
So, wasn't really following what you did there, but I guess it worked.
Yeah, well, let's hope so.
The facility's back on the grid, and my pipes again floweth with the sweet, sweet essence of my salvation. I suppose I have you to thank for realigning the machine. Of course, Jasper, you imbecile.
Alright, I did what he wanted. Now get me inside the chem lab.
You'll need my voice to get into the chem lab. I'm obviously not coming with you, so I'm giving you a recording of my dulcet speech. This recording should get you into the chem lab. I hope whatever you're after is worth the trauma. I wouldn't go back there if I was higher than the mercury levels in a can of salt tuna. Wait, take my gun while you're at it. If you end up dying on Gorgon, there's a non-zero chance I'll feel partially responsible. Neither of us want that.
Yeah, alright. Thanks.
Solutions are clamoring. I must refocus my attention for the moment. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Captain, an unknown vessel is approaching our ship. Their intentions are currently indeterminate. Once I deduce their intentions, I will play one of two audio signals. A cheerful fanfare if they are friendly, alarms if they are hostile. Their intentions are no longer unknown.
What's going on? Status report.
The unknown vessel has deployed a boarding mechanism. They will attach themselves to our airlock and attempt boarding shortly. That sound indicates that a boarding mechanism has successfully attached to our airlock. Captain,
I
am pleased to inform you that we are currently in the process of being boarded.
I don't think you're supposed to be pleased to tell me we're being boarded, Ada.
I have been programmed to simulate joy and excitement at the opportunity to test my limited defensive capabilities. Captain Hawthorne installed a lethal shock trap on our airlock in the event of an invasion. I am prepared to deploy this trap at a moment's notice.
Wait, so when you said you had a Marauder deterrent system back in Emerald Vale...
I was bluffing, Captain. When we met in Emerald Vale, my systems were not fully operational. Even if they were, I might have made an exception for you. The invading ship appears to be a decommissioned storage vessel. The crew are either pirates or freelancers. My opinion of their competence is low.
How do they find us?
Their ship is using a tracking device too sophisticated for their primitive astrogator. I conclude they are receiving outside assistance. If you prefer to escape, I can disable their boarding mechanism. However, as long as that tracking device remains on board their ship, they will be able to find us again.
Well, then I guess I have no choice. I'll go deal with them myself.
Understood, Captain. I will be deploying the Unreliable's lethal deterrence system. Please approach the airlock and enjoy the show.
Yeah, alright. Oh.
Now initiated. Warm welcome protocol.
What are you guys doing here?
Responsible distance.
I've been on the other side of a boarding dock enough to recognize that.
Warm welcome protocol successfully deployed. Have a safe boarding, Captain.
Oh.
I must say that there's been nary a dull moment since signing on with this crew.
I thought we were safe in the Aether. Oh, Law, I'm gonna have nightmares about this for weeks.
Assholes interrupted my beauty sleep.
Got my head in the game, boss. Maybe we can talk when we're done here?
Invading foreign threats detected. Deploying lethal measures. Targets: bacteria, viruses, and human scum.
Yeah, alright.
What's happening out there? Are we in danger? I just want to live!
Yeah, just stay in here. Well, I'll be back. Just a short while.
Looks like our opponent knows how to play defense. Alright, freebooters, fall back and regroup. How many times do I have to tell you people? Don't stand so close to the speaker. I can hear you breathing.
You people have no idea how to board a ship. Allow me to demonstrate.
Let me stop you right there. It's against freebooter team policy to borrow from the opponent's playbook. I'll admit this attack hasn't gone strictly according to plan. But as we like to say in the league, no strategy survives contact with the opponent. Let's call this round a draw. You head back to your end of the field, I'll regroup my team, and we'll see where things take us in the second half. What do you say?
I want you and your clowns off of my ship.
Clowns play for circus time. I told you, we're the freebooters. Here's the problem. I can't let you live, but as long as you're on my ship, you've got the advantage over us. So, we're at an impasse.
Look, pal, why don't we stop the theatrics and talk this over? Face to face?
You want to negotiate terms. How do I know this isn't a trap?
Well, negotiation's the wrong word. Call it a meeting between coaches.
A meeting between coaches. Unconventional, but brazen. I like it. All right, I'm willing to parlay. Come speak with me in the captain's quarters. I mean the coach's office. Come up through the cargo hold. I'll have my players take a timeout. For now.
The coach is ready to see you. Head upstairs.
Thanks.
Captain. All right, easy now. Let's just keep our weapons holstered like civilized people. I'm a man of my word. Let's talk. I'll even drop the tossball act for you.
Alright. Who's saying you? What do you want?
My team and I were contracted to apprehend the Unreliable, eliminate its crew, and dispose of the captain. I couldn't tell you who hired me even if I wanted to. The contract's anonymous. No names, no faces, just money and a target. I can't turn down a job like that. You understand.
Well, how about this? 1960 bits. We never see each other again. Can you turn that down?
Wow, that's a lot of bits. I mean, after careful deliberation, I've decided to accept your offer. I'll keep my ship clear of yours. You and I will never cross orbits again.
That's more like it.
I got no reason to come after you. Use my credentials to get inside the cockpit and take our tracking device. Our astrogation terminal was tracking your ship. Don't ask me how. Never had much luck with computing devices myself.
So what are you going to tell your employer?
The truth. We never caught up to the Unreliable. You vanished somewhere into the void. Astrogator never picked up your location again.
Right. Well, it's been an interesting talk, Coach. But now I have to go. See you around. There we go. Alright. See? Doesn't always have to end in violence. Although I wouldn't have minded if it did, but there you go.
Welcome back, Captain. I understand you have resolved your differences with our former boarding party. Are you ready to depart?
Yeah. Let's get going, Ada.
Understood, Captain. Resuming our course.
Alright then.
Look at these hull heads, walking around like they run the place.
Hey you, over here. Let's chat. Whoa, 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 it's Riz. Oh, fucking damn it. Every time. So, hey, you trespassing, and I'm armed. Maybe take a second look at your life choices, pal.
I'm looking for someone. Name of Marion Blakesley.
Yeah, I know that lady. I know she's looking for, solitude. She hired us to make sure no one comes sniffing around.
Right.
Guess that's bad news for your plan there.
And who is us, exactly?
Yeah, we're the gardeners. We keep order back here on these dangerous streets. Hallways. Know what I mean? Anyway,
sure.
Blakesley's given us standing orders to strongly discourage anyone who tries to come in. I like to, extrapolate from there.
Uh-huh. Does Junlei know you're down here?
We ain't subversives. We're gainfully employed. This is a private contract. Miss Junlei can't get too mad if we rough up some trespassers. Especially if I was nice enough to warn him first.
Well, come now. Surely we can come to terms.
This deal with Blakesley's pretty sweet. We get paid, and we get fresh greens every week. My gums never looked healthier.
Still, she won't be too happy if it costs her thousands on life insurance payouts.
What?
Yeah, she forgot to dot this I. Very embarrassing. I'm sure she'll want to fix that.
Shit. Insurance, you said? Fine, I guess.
I see what you did there, and I'm impressed.
Look, we won't give you trouble, but I can't say the same about Blakesley. She's got some crazy setup in there, so if you get shot, don't come complaining to me. This one's clear, guys.
Nice going, boss.
Yep.
Observation log, date, who knows. Subject number, well, let's call him Percy. Percy here has discovered the secret to success. He has lifted the veil and found the pattern. He wakes up, he listens for that bell 3 times a day. Food rains from the sky. He eats, he waits. Life is easy. But the second your molt comes in, pal...
So who the fuck... Oh, wait, hang on, I can't hear a damn thing. Just gonna shut this thing off. Right. Marion Blakesley, what can I do for you, Mr. Home Invasion?
I, need to get into the HIA facility on Gorgon.
Spacer's Choice send you? Took your sweet time. Gorgon? I holed up in a forgotten cargo bay of a rotting colony ship just so I could never hear that name again. But here you are.
I tracked down Clarence mostly. That got me onto your trail.
That bastard. Is he still only mostly worthless, or has he achieved mathematical perfection in that regard?
He's in, show cannons now. Sort of. But hey, he figured out where you were hiding.
His predictive data. If I were on Byzantium, I'd have strangled him. Clarence lacks the attention span for this sort of thing. Someone wants to dig up the past, and you're the shovel, right?
Yeah. I've been hired by Wilhelmina Ambrose to find something on that asteroid.
Ambrose. Well, I'll assume you're caught up then. That or hopelessly confused. Corporate demanded a product they could throw onto shelves. That put the squeeze on low at Chem to develop formulas. Samples. But how do you know if the product works? You run tests, see what happens. That's where human inquiry and auditing came in. I ran HIA and HIA ran the tests again and again and again. And what happens is a whole lot of wasted time and even more bodies.
What do you mean by human auditing?
You met the gardeners. They're nothing but overgrown canids, but people love their fancy names. We were looking for a game changer, something to better the colony. It felt important, worth a few sacrifices. Spacer's Choice. They wanted to sell that change for as many bits as they could. None of us got what we wanted.
But then Spacer's Choice shut the whole operation down.
We had a few weird accidents, escapes, minor setbacks. But one day, all the test subjects got loose. Sabotage, they said. Wasn't just us. All of the facilities got hit hard. Shut us down for a while. That turned out to be the last straw.
Do you know who was behind it?
Nah. Didn't much care by then. Don't care much now. Spacer's Choice wasn't getting much use out of us anymore, so they shuttered the project, kicked Adrenatime out the door. And I came here.
And you've really been in here all this time?
Not much point in sticking around once the project fell apart. And gardening's supposed to be good for you. It hasn't been that long, 4 years. I lost a few months in the middle somewhere, to be expected.
You're off by a year, but I think that's the least of your problems.
Oh, shit.
Alright, well, can you get me inside HIA?
Indulge a scientist. What do you want out of this investigation of yours? Trying to liven up your memoir?
It's a job. Simple as that.
Yeah, well, people don't tend to exhume the past just so they can bury it again somewhere nicer. How about you, kid? You've got orphan written all over that baby face of yours. What do you get out of headbutting murderous automechanicals for your captain here?
First of all, I don't headbutt. I dropkick. As for what I get out of it, I don't know. It's fun.
Hope it stays that way, kid. That's all I've got. Here, I still have this pass. Don't much feel like hanging on to it anymore. Made my exit the moment the project started falling apart. Had to steal some credentials. This should get you into the volunteer induction entrance.
You hacked into the Spacer's Choice database?
Please. I just messaged people with fake demands for their passwords. That's when they didn't just leave codes written down on pieces of paper.
Right.
If I couldn't talk my way out past a simple facility lockdown, I'd be working for Rizzo's. That'll get you inside. What you do from there, that's up to you.
Right, well... I'll leave you be, Blakesley.
Yeah. I'll make sure the auto mechanicals don't bother you on the way out.
Well, I would appreciate that if...
Just drowning in dining options down here.
Yeah, sure. I would appreciate it if I didn't kill all of them. Thanks a lot, Blakesley. You know what? That lunch of yours, I'll take that as payment for putting up with your reminiscing and bullshit.